The DJ and Mechanic.
The DJ and Mechanic.
The DJ and Mechanic.
The DJ and Mechanic.
DJ Jake.
DJ Jake.
DJ Jake.
Crazy Tech Corey.
Crazy Tech Corey.
Crazy Tech Corey.
Heyo! What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, The DJ Mechanic, with your sexy co-host, Crazy Tech Corey.
And the sexy host, DJ Jake.
Ooh. If you want to see us, you can shoot over to our YouTube, so you can watch us as well. The DJ Mechanic podcast on YouTube as well. Mm-hmm. Or, while we're on the topic, email us at thedjmechanic@hotmail.com, and you can even get on our episode with us. Not this episode, but
they can.
Episode.
Yeah.
We haven't had a guest in a while, so let's see. I bet you nobody answers us about
We're
it.
trying. We're just not
We
succeeding.
Yeah, we had a couple leads, and then the leads fell through, and it happens. It's hard.
It is.
But, alright, so we have another fun episode, I guess we can call it, of a unsolved mystery. It's a Reddit story. I found it on Reddit. So yeah, I'm just going to jump right into it.
Let's do it.
So this, as of March 31st, it was the 20th anniversary of what I imagine is one of the more famous missing person cases in this community. Brian Shaffer, a medical student at Ohio State, went out drinking on March 31st, 2006. He arrived at Ugly Tuna Saloona, it's quite the bar name, at around 1 a.m. on April 1st with friends, and got separated from the friends inside the bar, and he has not been seen ever since. So the thing that really threw me off with this was there was a security camera positioned directly above the way in and out of the Ugly Tuna, and investigators were able to account for the exit of every person who entered the entire night except for Brian. So that kind of threw me off, because there's got to be another way out, you would think. Emergency exit or something. It just, I don't know, something doesn't seem right there. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out where I want to jump with this. I'm just going to keep reading off of this. I spent many a boozy night myself, okay, at the Tuna, shockingly unaware at the time of this story. I didn't find out about it until after I had left Columbus, but I know the lay of the land fairly well. There are other ways out of the building. People who theorize. Yeah, there you go.
I got you.
I can't read.
I got you, Blue Bear.
Ooh, that he had a way out of the entrance with the camera on it. I've certainly not been there before, but they are definitely not paths you'd expect to find anyone going down. The entrance of the building leads you straight up an escalator into the lobby of a movie theater, obviously not in operation at 2 a.m. With the entrance to Ugly Tuna branched off to the right, there are paths through the building via the movie theater and some seeming administrative space between the two. It's almost uncertain the way he left the building. Why, however, is a mystery. So, I mean, there's obviously other ways out that the cameras don't watch.
Yeah. So, I looked into some of the things as far as that goes, and even the investigators who were on the case said that the security cameras aren't the best quality. And this again took place back in, what year was it, 2006?
Yep, 2006.
Back then, cameras weren't great in general. Resolution was very bad. One of the investigators said that it looked like they had him figured out where he was in the building, but they said that they never saw him walk out. But that's not, they even said that's not to say that he didn't. So.
Yep. Let's see. The theory that always made the most sense to me is that he did not make it very far. There was construction off all three of these behind the scenes exits, and I suspect he met his tragic end to drunken misfortune here. No more than a few hundred feet from the bar, this is a high populated area and large buildings and connective tissues. In my opinion, it's likely his remains lie somewheres in the foundation.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
there is that, there is that possibility.
yeah.
But so this is, so going, does it mention in that one, I don't remember, with what it said. Does it mention in there who he was with when he went to the bar?
Let's see. Just says with friends. It doesn't say who.
Okay. All right. So I believe this was during it was the start of spring break. I'm trying to remember. He was there to meet a few friends, and I'm trying to find their names now, but I know it's going to take me too long to find them. So he met two friends. One's name was Florence, and the other's was Reed. And then he was seen outside. Sorry, I'm reading it real quick. The main entrance at 1:15 a.m. Shaffer was seen outside the bar around 1:55, briefly talking to two young women and saying goodbye. Then he moved off the camera. The camera did not record him leaving shortly. That makes no sense. So Shaffer was seen outside the bar at 1:55. How does that make any sense? Okay, this is Wikipedia. Nothing really has to make sense. So apparently there was an outside camera, possibly?
Okay. So, like you said, though, it was 2006.
Yeah, maybe.
The cameras back then weren't all that good.
Maybe there's an outside portion to the bar. I'm not sure. But this, in Wikipedia, this is where I'm reading this off of. Wikipedia says that he was seen outside the bar around 1:55, talking briefly with two young women and saying goodbye. Then moving off camera. The camera did not record him leaving shortly afterward when the Ugly Tuna Saloon closed. This was the last time that Shaffer was seen. So, and then it goes on later to say that his two friends, Reed and Florence, had not left with him, and then they couldn't get a hold of him, so they just went home, assuming that one of the two girls that he was talking to, they went home together. So.
Okay, so in this comment, let's see. This person put, see your write-up made sense until you got to your theory. There's no way he was in the foundation of a building. I need people to understand a few things because I see this kind of theory a lot. Yeah, sure, it is technically impossible. It is not technically impossible, but it's possible the same way that maybe he was abducted and killed by the Mexican cartel, which to say is very, very unlikely.
Yep.
that this couldn't have happened. People
Right.
really misunderstood just how controlled and inspected a construction process is.
Right.
First, foundations aren't just pour concrete and walk away. Before anything gets poured, the site is excavated, graded, usually inspected.
Yeah.
There are multiple workers around, equipment operators, supervisors, inspectors.
Right.
It is not some hidden, unsupervised moment where something large could be missed.
Right. Yeah, that one.
Second,
When I read that, because I read that in the, I don't mean to cut you off, but I read that
oh,
in
you're good.
the in the synopsis or the Reddit post too. I didn't. I was like, that's definitely not it, because I'm like when you hear about or see these things on movies and stuff like that, like that's highly, highly, highly unlikely. Is it a probability? Yes, but you're talking less than 1% of a probability. Because you have
Yeah.
to have, I mean, on any given job, there's at least ten people that work that would be eyes on that would say, hey,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
an arm, there's a leg. Hey, there's a body down in this hole that we're supposed to pour this concrete. Like, no.
Yep. That's like within the last couple of years, we got the cemetery over here by our house.
Right.
And there's a street that goes up it.
Yep.
Then in those people's backyard is a cemetery. They were building a garage in their backyard,
Yep.
and the people digging it out found a body, or not the body, the
Remnants.
skeletal
Yeah.
of it. So even that, there's only 2 people on the site.
Yeah.
It's going to be seen,
Right.
no matter what.
Yep.
Someone will spot it.
Well, and if so, not to go. Let's finish this, and hopefully I'll remember to get back to that. Let me see if I can grab a pen and write this down. Because hey, that's where I put the hammer. Oh wow, that sounds really bad. No, I hid a hammer on a drawer, not a drawer. Oh shit, I'm okay.
It's just getting worse.
So when the police show up, I'll know why.
All right, so third, foundations have to be
Inspected and
Yep. Have to pass inspection. Building inspectors have to check for proper reinforcements like rebar placement,
yep.
depth, and stability. If something large and irregular was inside, it could affect how the concrete cures and settles, which raises red flags. Fourth, there's accountability. Construction sites track materials, timelines, labor pretty closely. If something went wrong structurally, later engineers would have investigated, and something like a body inside a foundation would almost certainly be discovered during repairs, demolition, or structural analysis.
Yeah.
So the idea that a body could be casually hidden in a foundation with no one noticing, and the building remaining perfectly fine, ignores how many people's steps and quality checks are involved. It is not a secret one person's job. It would take coordination, risk being seen, and cause detectable problems.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So that is a very good theory. Like he said, it's not impossible, but it's pretty close to impossible.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking less than 1%. And again, you would have to have so many eyes on that just overlook that. So,
Yeah.
but so let's see. Police begin chief. Okay, so in there, so this is all in the investigation from the cops. Now so let's go with what we know. We know that he was in the saloona. He was there by closing. He was talking to 2 women. He was originally walked in with 2 friends, right? So, in one theory, that the investigators were given, it was possible investigators realized that Shaffer could have changed his clothes in the bar and put on a hat and kept his head down, hiding his face from the camera, which why would he want to do that? Number one. Was he a fugitive?
Yeah.
Was he like? But anyways, he might have also left the building by another route, a service door not generally used by the public. There was a short distance from where Brian was last seen. The exit led to the first floor hallway, which featured access at the time to a construction area, which goes along with what they were saying, with its own exterior exit. Some officers believe this would have been difficult to walk through while sober, much less intoxicated, as Shaffer likely was at the time. However, the cameras in that area might also have missed Shaffer. One panned across the area constantly, and the other was operated manually. So there were two where he might have been able to. I mean, but you're talking like some spy type shit, like.
Yeah, this is getting really deep into.
Yeah, I mean, but this is what the investigators said, so.
So, let's see.
But that particular section goes along with, the construction site falling, getting, stuff like that.
So, one of the investigators said it was possible investigators realized that Schaefer could have changed his clothes in the bar or put a hat on and kept his head down, like you just said.
Yeah. Yep.
Hiding his face.
That doesn't make sense, though.
It doesn't.
Like,
I don't get why.
Were you trying to hide? Like, again, I mean, they didn't give a lot of background for this, so.
Yeah, there's not a lot, but there's not a lot.
There's not a lot for background of him. Like, they don't, all you know is that he was at Ohio State for college. Like, that's what he was there for.
Yeah. After searching miles away from the ugly tuna in every direction, police began considering other possibilities besides an accident or foul play. Since Schaefer's mother had recently died, it was speculated and he had gone away temporarily to grieve it. Solitude. Yeah, his disappearance proved permanently. So, I mean, kind of see where they're coming from, where maybe he just needed time after his mom passed. But
it's possible. I mean,
to not come back is kind of
so
heard
there's another theory that goes along with that. But like the police went as far as to take pictures from friends and family, and they made one obvious one that he had a tattoo of the cover artwork from the Alive album from Pearl Jam on his arm, on his upper right arm, and noticing a distinctive fleck in one of his irises. I don't know what that means either, but they posted that, and they covered miles up and down, like you said. They checked the security cameras of other bars in nearby, like near the Ugly Tuna Saloon. So, I mean, but he did park his car. He left it at his apartment, which was 6 blocks away from the bar, but his car was still in the same spot, and nothing appeared out of the ordinary with his car. So,
yeah. So, in 2019, an image of an alleged American homeless man.
Aha! You found it.
In Tijuana, Mexico.
Tijuana.
Resemblance to Schaefer began circulating online. Columbus news station 10 TV forwarded the image to detective in charge of Schaefer's case in 2020.
Yep.
The detective sent the image to the FBI for facial recognition. Analysts, which ruled Schaefer's out as they identify the man. In March 2021, the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation released an age-progressed photo of what Schaefer may look like at the age of 42, nearly 15 years after his disappearance.
Yep.
So, I mean, at least they're still doing the face recognitions and getting tips.
Right, and like you said, they did come up with an age progressed photo of him, and they've been inserting that up until I think in 2019. So, but so this is very interesting too. So I guess that when they got into it, they asked everybody for a polygraph. So everybody who had seen Schaefer that evening, including his father, were asked to take a polygraph test. The father and Reed passed theirs, as did all the others, while Florence, he refused. The two women Brian had last seen talking were later identified. They said in 2009 that they had never been asked to take one themselves. So the one friend said no, and the father and the other friend said yes. So, I mean, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that obviously Florence did it. It just means that there's a possibility that he knew something.
Right. It
But
makes you wonder what.
Exactly. I mean, it could be something, because there have been cases out there or instances where, people have been held accountable due to polygraphs when it wasn't, like, they weren't actually. So
Yep.
I guess I could see that, but like that's also a situation where well, if you have nothing to hide, why not just do it? So, but apparently somebody else, and I don't know where this comes from, but Wagner, I don't know who that is. I'm guessing he was somebody who knew about the case or was giving the police a tip.
So it was
Oh,
really
I'm
quick.
sorry.
During his medical school, he became romantically involved with another medical student, Alexis Wagner. So that's
Oh,
where she
okay.
came in.
Okay. So, because this says that she called Schaefer's phone every evening before going to bed for a long time after the disappearance. Usually it went straight to voicemail. But one night in September 2006, it rang 3 times. She says, I kept calling it to keep. Oh my God. I kept calling it to hear. Sorry, the way that they word this is very difficult. I kept calling
I've
it
noticed
to
that.
hear it purely because it was one of the best sounds I have heard, even if no one picked up. She wrote on her MySpace page. Singular, which was, oh God, that was forever ago, obviously. You remember Singular? So
Yep.
Singular, for those of you that don't know, is an old cell phone provider who I believe got bought out by AT&T.
And it shows that it's old because she posted on MySpace.
MySpace, yeah, right. Who remembers MySpace? But anyways, so excuse me. So Schaefer's wireless provider, Singular, said that what Wagner heard may have been due to a computer glitch. However, a ping from the phone was detected at a cell tower in Hilliard, 14 miles northwest of Columbus, Ohio. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because in this time frame, they didn't recycle phone numbers.
No.
Because there were, numbers were aplenty. You had plenty of them to go around within area codes. Now, within, once you shut off your phone, within 6 to 9 months, they can recycle it. So back then, they couldn't. Oh God, excuse me.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. So he was romantically involved with Alexis.
Yep.
She, along with their families and friends, believed that Brian would probably be proposing marriage to her later in 2006.
Wow.
Most likely on a trip to Miami that the couple had planned for spring break at the beginning of April. Tropical locations such as Miami attracted Schaefer. He liked to relax lifestyles he told his friends that despite his decision to pursue a medical career, his real ambition was start a band playing music in the line of Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, nice. So
I mean, that kind of opens up a whole new thing now.
it does. It really does, because there's two things there that you could. Yeah. So, another thing that went along, I know we're kind of jumping all over the place, but police during these times where they were interviewing this received many tips, none of which resulted in any breakthrough in the case. This is just I guess, an accolade to Pearl Jam. At a Pearl Jam concert later in the year of 2006, Cincinnati, lead singer Eddie Vader took time between songs to ask for tips on Shaffer's disappearance, but obviously none were useful. And except for two, I guess they had a possible sighting in Michigan, Texas, and Sweden that were ultimately investigated, which led to nowhere. So, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, this.
Yeah, it sounds like the family did a lot, because his father obviously lost his wife and now he lost his son. So this says, I'm not going to get into it, everybody. If you guys want to read about it, you can, just because I'm doing. Anyways, the father and his younger brother Derek spent a long time and a lot of time trying to find Brian. So,
Yeah.
but
Let's see. I'm just reading through some of these comments that
no,
people
you're good.
have posted. I mean, they're pretty recent, 13 days ago, a month ago. A lot of them are saying the same thing, though.
What are they saying?
Blakely jumped in a car, ended up either forced into a car or non-forced into a car, and ended up going wherever with them.
Right. So there's two. So there's two avenues that you can go with this. I'm going to take the high road on this one. So I believe that one of the reasons that Florence didn't say anything or didn't go onto a polygraph is because he knows where he went. And I'm going to say that he went somewhere else. I'm going to say that he traveled to a place that he always wanted to go, like, maybe a Hawaii or even like the Virgin Islands, the Bahamas. I want to think that of somebody. He just wanted to disappear for whatever reason. So, and maybe that was his way of getting away. You never know what people are going through. We've said it before on this podcast. You never know what people are going through. So maybe he was, he lost his mother. Maybe he was at sorts of himself and, wanted to just get away from everything, wanted to be just at peace with what he wanted to do. So I want to believe that he traveled somewhere and he's living the luscious life as a bar singer in Boca Raton, That's what I'm going to say. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to believe for him.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to agree with you because there's really no details on anything.
There's not.
There's no evidence of anything.
Right, and it's
not saying that people didn't hide their evidence or anything really good.
Right.
But after so many years, it's hard for it not to spill out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, holding on to something like that for so long, I don't know. You would assume that it would eat away at you, but
no. But I mean, that's just like that last story we did too.
Right, the Julie story. Yeah.
For pretty much everybody but one person has passed.
Yeah.
And nobody to this day still knows who did it or what actually happened.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to these cold cases like this, or these unsolved mysteries, there's always something. Somebody knows something. It's just where, who are they?
Yeah.
Is it, and again, is it they know something in a bad way, or do they know something in a good way?
Yeah.
So,
Yep, and those people that do know could be also in the aspect of, well, if I say anything now, I'm going to get in trouble because I know this information.
Right.
So they keep it to themselves.
I mean, I'd like to believe that he is, and again, this is totally off base because it's more than likely not. But you would assume, why would you want to leave your father and any of your family? Why would you want to leave them in limbo like that, thinking that my son is dead or he's missing or things like that?
Yeah. And that's the hard part too, though. Like, I get, if you're going through a hard time, stuff like that, at least keep your family in the loop. Like, look, I want to change. I want to go somewhere, be in the DL.
Right.
But I want you guys to know.
I mean, and then there's also the case where I don't know what happened to his mother, but maybe he was part of the reason that his mother passed away.
Yeah, it could be.
So again, there's a lot of gray area that you can look at. Because I looked for the last 3 hours to try and find more about this. I cannot find anything.
Yeah, there's not much about it.
There's really not. Like, the police kept this very tight-knit, and this is one of those files that, you look at and you're like, okay, let's find out more. No, the kid went off to college and wanted to be a doctor, or wanted to get in the medical field, and now it's there's nothing. So yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of a short one because there wasn't a whole lot of info on it.
No, I mean, you can make up your own decision about what happened, like I did. I mean, just because I think the best, you can say, well, he probably got nabbed by bookies because he made some bets that he couldn't cover. I mean,
yeah,
there's a million. There's a million and two different things that there could have been.
Oh yeah, and everyone's got their own theory of it.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. I just seen your message too. Septic tanks.
Right. Okay. Yes, I put that in there. So, thank you for reminding me. So we were talking about you mentioned how the person was digging up their backyard and they found a body. I've seen this from more than one different septic company on TikTok, and by God, I swear, if this gets us in any trouble, it's on TikTok, so it's already out there. I don't know if I should say this. If a septic company finds remains in a septic tank, they don't say anything. They don't, because it's just, I don't know. It's just not. Yeah, in a bit. It's just too much work for them, and you have to get into it with shit, and yeah. So
I agree. I would definitely not want to go through all that.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
Nope. So at camp, when they pump out with the septic trucks,
yeah,
and they pump out the tanks at camp, oh God, it smells the whole campground out.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine. Oh, fire. I can't imagine having to go through it all. Nope, no thanks.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me enough.
Nope. I mean, they get paid to do that, but you're talking like, yeah, and then they, so again, I had a lot of time on my hands when I looked that up, and apparently the bacteria that's in basically everything that would be in a septic tank would basically turn all the skin into liquid, all the muscle into liquid, and it would eventually decay the bones, which is why they normally can't, like, they can tell a lot of things, but if you flush like chicken bones down your toilet, like, you're not, it's, by the time you get your septic tank flushed, you're not going to find it. It's going to decay into
Yeah.
nothing. So,
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that's all. All right, I'm not going to bring up this part of this story
okay.
because we might start getting in trouble with some of
I'll
our
just say
ideas
it.
that
Let's
we
go.
had here. Okay, fuck it. Go to a pig farm.
Oh, right, yeah. The only thing left is the teeth. And
Yeah.
I looked that up because I always thought that was bullshit too. Nope, 100%. They will eat everything but teeth.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also seen a theory of this. So around here it's huge. I'm sure other states it's big too. You have your Native Americans that have their own land still.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The reservation. Nedro.
Yep. Like you got Cuba Nation, Onondaga Nation.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so many of them.
Oh, Seneca, the Takana.
And so I know a couple people that worked on them farms.
Oh.
And they've said stories of if you get caught on their land, no questions asked, you're dead.
Yeah.
And they
Unmarked
have their own
graves.
government. Yep. They have their own government.
Yep.
They can't question them or nothing.
So there, yes and no, because if you commit a crime outside of the reservation, you don't get. I can't remember the correct term for this, but you can't be exonerated to the nation to be disciplined. So it's the same as if, like, you and I go to Canada and, we do something stupid up there. Just because we're American doesn't mean we get to come back to America to deal with the justice system.
Yep.
They deal with it up there. So.
Yeah, I seen someone commented that before one of the comments too.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it because I've heard stories of, how it's true. And
it is.
To this day,
to
they
a
still
point.
go by... To this day, they still go by their beliefs and stuff like that.
Right, but the council doesn't just allow. I mean, you hear some of the stories, and it's like, oh, I kicked this guy. This is totally not a real story, but you'll hear stories of people like, oh, that guy kicked his dog, so he scalped him, and the council just let him go because it was his dog.
Yeah.
That's not how that stuff works.
No.
So.
Nope. But I mean, it's like anywhere though. Like if I didn't know you came up on my land, we're doing whatever, I'd be all over you too.
Right, yeah, but and there's also those stories where I've heard of stories of this, like if they steal your car and they bring it to the reservation, it's never going to get found.
Yep.
Like, that's not your car anymore.
Nope, it's gone.
Because, again, police can't go in, like, search, so they have to wait for the council and then their police to do investigation on it. But by then, who even knows if your car is still a car at that point? It could be 5,000 different parts. So, and this isn't a dig against them. It's just that that's how the difference, works. Like, they call them and ask them for help, and then by the time they get, everything goes through the chains. By the time they get the information, everything's gone. So.
Yep. Well, it's not even just them though. It goes with everyone. Like,
oh yeah,
you have your Amish, your Mennonite. Everyone has their own beliefs, their own way of living.
Yep.
All that stuff. So.
Yeah, they have their own way of governing things, and I mean they still have to abide by certain laws, but just because you're in America, just because you're an alleged sovereign in America doesn't mean you get to create your own set of rules and never have to deal with never have to deal with government rules. There are still some that are
Yeah.
in place. So,
For sure.
yeah.
For sure, for sure.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
For sure, shorty.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, that was just a short Reddit story that I found.
Yeah,
Just so we had something. 'Cause we talked about this the other day at the gym. Corey re-listened to some episodes, and we mentioned the same thing almost
Yeah,
every episode or
we
every
did.
other.
We did. We mentioned
So
how...
we're trying to switch it. We're trying to switch it up a little bit for you guys.
Yeah, we keep mentioning how we want to get drunk with each other and how we need to eat chicken wings. It's literally the same thing we say during every episode.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet in a while.
Yeah, we did. We got drunk after Mom's benefit.
Oh yeah, true. We didn't do the wings though.
No. But okay. No, go ahead.
We haven't had the weather to do chicken wings either.
We haven't. No. Today was so cold too.
It was.
Yeah.
It's not even so much the cold because we've done it in the snow. It's just the rain.
Yeah, you're right. Well, because if the rain gets in with the oil, it's gonna pop and no.
Yeah, it's just not fun.
I don't want to
Then
lose skin.
you're soaked by the end of it, and it's just not any fun.
No. Oh shit! I just totally lost my train of thought.
Old age.
Fuck you! It just chugged right away. What was I going to talk about?
When you mentioned like the kicking the dog earlier,
yeah,
it brought up a past episode.
Oh God, what was I going to say? I can't remember anymore.
Oh shit! Good times.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Nah, it's always a good time.
Yeah.
May not be the safest, but it's always a good time.
Oh, stop! We're never that bad. Oh, the golf. Okay, so everybody,
yes. Let's go.
Comment on this. So I came up. Me and Jake are terrible at golf, much as everybody who plays golf that isn't a PGA Tour ready fucking player. Anyways, I came up with a good idea. So me and Jake love to go golfing at least once a year if we can, because we're terrible at golf, but it's fun. But it's
Cha-ching.
What is that? Oh yeah, there you go. Right. Anyways, so this is a good game to play if you're going golfing and you're not a good golfer, but you want to have fun. So every hole has a par, right? Whether it's a par 3, par 4, par 5. For every stroke over par, you have to alternate between a drink and a shot. So say the front 9, you have to shoot a 47, and you shoot a 57. That is 5 shots and 5 drinks. But then you have to cut it in half for 18 holes, because you could be like 30 over, and then you'd be like fucked for days. So if you're doing 18, just cut it in half. So if you're over by 30, it would be 7 drinks and 8 shots, or however you want to do it. 8 drinks and 7 shots.
Yep, I'm down.
I'm too.
The other day was such a perfect day too when you messaged.
Dude, I was so oh my God. It was so nice out, and I had driven by the golf course that's right at the right across from the Camilla School there.
Yep.
I'd driven by that, and I was just like, oh, I want to go golfing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We should look into that one. That one looks nice.
It's only 9 holes, but yeah, it's a nice little course. I've golfed it a couple times.
I have to look into that now.
Fun fact, I got my first ever birdie on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember which hole. I'm sure if I was there, I might, but yeah. Yeah, that was a long, long time ago. In a galaxy far away. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm down for golf. We just got to wait for the rain and the cold to stop.
I hear it's going to stop eventually. Ooh. That's a pretty fancy sticker you got there, Bubba.
Yep. So we will have some golf shenanigans at some point once the weather gets better.
Yeah, we'll live stream it too, so you guys can watch us being idiots.
Yeah, one of us, probably me, will end up on my ass at least once. Happy Gilmore style.
It's still one of my favorite TikToks. Because if you slow it down, okay, you might not be able to hear it, but Tito says something about Shooter McGavin, and Shooter McGavin is in the corner.
Yep. And it looked like it was like so planned the way I fell, and it so wasn't
no,
planned.
it wasn't. Yeah, but dude, you had those same Crocs for like 6 years, and
I don't know what happened to them.
Oh, good. I hope that they got thrown away.
Shy probably threw them out on me.
Probably, dude. There wasn't even any tread left. It was like a beach ball on the bottom.
My red, white, and blue Crocs.
They weren't even red, white, and blue. They were fucking
they weren't
white.
red, white, and blue anymore, but yeah, they were just white. They were like racing slicks.
Yeah. It was like wearing drag tires on your feet.
Yeah. So now I gotta buy a new pair.
Oh
now
my
I
God.
just wear my slides.
They lasted you 3 years.
Longer than that, I swear to God, they lasted.
Yeah, I think it was longer than 3 years.
I swear,
It was a while.
Yeah.
Because I wore them during the winter and everything.
I
didn't
know,
care.
yeah. And you were busting your ass in the winter, too.
Yep.
Anyways.
The Crocs are good, though, because you got the 4x4s. So you can just throw the strap on and just go. Especially when you walk into the ocean and it's really rocky.
Phrasing.
I didn't know what you're thinking.
Yeah, sorry. Speaking of ocean, I mean we're about 45 minutes in, so
yeah, we are 42. Yeah, we're about 45ish. Let's get it.
All right. So we are 4 days away from Mother's Day because it's Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, for sure.
So about 3 weeks ago, I had made a plan to surprise my wife for her 40th. Because, she's going to be 40 this year because she's a youngin'. Shut up. I see that smirk on your face.
I said nothing.
I know. So we originally had planned on going to Niagara Falls. But during our hotel hunting, we found that hotels that overlook the falls are very expensive.
Yeah.
So instead, I decided to start looking for houses on the beach and found a lovely condo that is in Ocean City, which Jake, Shy, Amy, and Brett are going to accompany us to for my wife's 40th birthday. So when she hears this, that's why I'm talking low, is because she's literally right across the wall. And I'm hoping she doesn't hear a word of this until she listens to this episode.
But she is caught up now, or pretty close.
No, she's not. Not yet.
Oh, she's not yet? Oh.
So,
okay.
So
that's even better.
I'm hoping to get right before her birthday that she listens to this. Because I told her that I'm going to give her one hint a week starting Mother's Day.
Do you have your hints planned out?
I have 3 of them planned out.
Okay.
Because after the second one, she's probably going to know. But I think the bigger surprise will be you guys and Amy and Brad going. So I think that's going to be the bigger surprise for her.
Okay.
Getting 5 of her favorite people to go was the ultimate goal with this. So.
Yep. Definitely.
So yeah,
it's kind of weird.
Why?
It's weird to be in the other side, because usually we're trying to surprise you.
No, fuck you guys. I don't want. I swear to God, if y'all try and surprise me with something, I'm gonna fucking drive the other way. I will leave. So don't even try it. Seriously, just stop.
Listen, we gave you last year off.
Good. Give me this year off too. Please.
Pretty soon we'll be doing your 50th.
Exactly.
What,
Wait for that. Wait for that. Okay.
That's what.
Wait for
year,
that.
Right?
7.
Shit. Yeah. Somehow I get brought into these planning stages, and I like it.
It's because you two talk to each other. You're like, oh, what should we do? What can we do to surprise him? Nothing. You want to surprise me? Be in the bedroom naked when I get there, Jake. God.
Oh, how do you know I'm not? Oh wait, let me hide the background. I'm already there.
'Cause your shirt's on.
Oh, dang. Good point. But yeah, so I can't wait.
I can't either.
I kind of. It sucks you're not going to see her reaction though. Like if she hears this first.
I'm okay with that though.
Okay.
I'm okay with it because we've been together so long. I know what her reaction is going to be, and literally, she's probably going to be listening to it right now, and she's going to be like, "You guys are fucking assholes," and she's probably going to be crying. So it's going to be, "You guys are fucking assholes."
I could see it.
And literally right now, as she's listening to this, she's like, "Fuck you."
Yep. Yep. For sure.
100%.
And she's gonna be texting us all to fuck off because none of us told her.
Yes, she's yes. But the other bad thing is that we have to miss Lucas's birthday party. And the hardest part about this was I knew that there was something on that weekend. I could have sworn there was. And I thought it was her mother's memorial party. But that's the weekend after, and I'm like, well, it's not Relay for Life because that's the beginning, and then there's that. Totally forgot all about Lucas's birthday party. So luckily, I talked to Tally, and we're gonna take them out to dinner, or I don't know, go to the zoo, something together, so that way we can see him before, because we have to miss the birthday. And I felt terrible about it. I even texted her. I'm like, I feel so bad about that. But hopefully she's not mad. I'm sure she's upset, but I hope she's not mad about it. So
yeah, I'm sure she'll understand.
I hope so. I know she's got a big. Anyways, we'll move on from that. So I forgot we were doing the podcast for a moment. So
yeah. All right, y'all. We're about an hour in, almost.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes shy of an hour in.
Yep.
So, we did pretty good. We did our topic we wanted.
And we did the other thing we wanted.
The other thing we wanted.
Yep.
All within an hour.
Let's go.
So, you know what that means?
Shot time.
Shot time. Let's get it.
I don't
even think you have a bottle, do you?
I don't have anything.
I'll do one for you, too.
All right, thanks. Patch me up, homie. I'll take a sip of my Coke Zero.
Well, all right, y'all. We're going to keep it under an hour.
Yeah.
So, DJ Jake's out. Peace.
Crazy Tech Corey, we love y'all. Peace.
DJ Mechanic.